Jordan, obviously, you have a big game scoring tonight, but I think the passing was, at least to me, a little bit more impressive. What are you kind of thinking about when you're getting the ball in the pick and roll and getting the chance to facilitate?
I think it's just, some stuff just comes naturally. You see it playing. I think the more you play, the more you'll be able to, see those things, make plays, especially playing with guys. If I miss somebody, they're going to let me know, see it the next time. But I think it all just comes with playing. You play, and you end up seeing stuff like that, especially when the ball's in your hands a lot. So just picking up on stuff and being able to adapt while you play, really.
For you, obviously, you get to go to the Olympics, so you guys didn't get out the group stage, but still, you got to go to the Olympics and you got to play. Just kind of what was that experience like?
It was great. I got to play with a great group of guys. Coach Brown did a great job. Obviously, I got to play for my dad in the Olympics too, so that was, an amazing feeling. I got to represent the country. I wish we would have done a little better, but it happens. I have a lot more opportunities to play in the Olympics, and hopefully next time I go out there, it'll be a little bit better.
Just kind of, where's your confidence right now? Because you're in a weird spot, right? Like, you played for the NBA champions, but obviously you weren't playing a lot. You guys did play groups and stuff like that. But how do you kind of keep confidence when you're not getting those reps during the regular season, but now you're kind of expected to be the guy?
I think I know what I can do at the end of the day. It's just about staying ready. Obviously you've seen what I do when I get the opportunities to play. It's just about making the most of every opportunity, staying in the gym, staying ready, and just really being ready when coach calls my name. Whether it be with the Bucks and the Olympics, here in summer league, just every chance I get to show and prove myself, I just want to do that. So.
What is it like kind of getting to play with Mamadi? He just seems to bring so much energy. He's trying to block every shot on defense, and then offensively, that rim running threat. It feels like it would make your life a lot easier.
Yeah, it does. I love playing with him. Even when we're back in Milwaukee and play groups, I love having him on my team. First off, he's a great guy setting screens. I love coming off the screen from Mamadi. But he's just always playing with a ton of heart. And it's just a guy that everybody loves to play with. He plays the right way. And he does his job. So, especially out here tonight, glad he's on our team because he made some big plays and helped us win. So.
One of the highlights of the first half was you getting a dime from Sandro Mamukelashvili hit that corner pocket ring. Can you speak to what it's been like to start playing with him and be on the receiving end of a pass like that?
Yeah, it's crazy. I played against him twice in college, and just and seeing his feel coming out here has been great. He's a guy who can really pass the ball, has a great feel for the game, and he's only going to get better. So, it's been great so far. I saw his eyes when he was going to throw that pass the whole time. I knew it was coming my way. As soon as Coffee started going to help because he had a small guy on him, I knew he was going to whip it my way, and I was able to knock it down. I try my best when guys make a great play like that to finish the job. So yeah.
Coach talked about the togetherness of this group and how in a short period of time that's the goal, to come together. Can you echo that and the group of guys that you're playing with right now?
Yeah, the good thing about this team is a lot of us, even though we don't play with each other in Milwaukee, a lot of us know each other. Brandon Randolph, somebody I played with in high school, Steve Enoch, who I didn't play tonight, but I played with him in college. Sandro, guys I played against in college, Mamadi, I've played with him for a year now. We all know each other. We haven't played with each other, but I think it helps us all know each other, knowing how we all play. And really, this last week of practice, everybody has come in with the right mindset, knows their roles, and we're able to make it happen tonight. So.
One of your trench members is now not on the team.
Yeah.
I know it's rough, but just kind of what was this offseason like for you? Obviously, you see some guys come in, you see some guys go out, and you just kind of have to deal with it.
Yeah, obviously, Sam's my guy. I was with him right around when it happened. I'm still going to be rooting for him. He's became one of my good friends over this past year, so I wish him nothing but the best. I know he's going to do great over there in Memphis. At the end of the day, it's part of the business. Just got to be ready for stuff like that to happen and just keep moving forward. It's just part of being in the NBA.
I guess for you tonight, obviously a bunch of blocks. Just kind of what's your mindset defensively? Like in the idea of like not trying to do too much, but also playing good, solid defense and making an impact as a shot blocker like you can.
I'm just trying to play my role, For me, it's a slow start, definitely. But I'm trying to protect the rim as much as I can, because that could bring a big pace into that could be translated in a good way into the next season when we start playing. But it really impacts in the game defensively and offensively. Although sometimes you're not in a good position, whatever. So you realize, okay, I can attack this guy, so I gotta make sure I'm involved.
Often, but then also freeing yourself up for a rim run.
Yeah, like you just said. I mean, I know that if I set a good screen, I'll be able to set myself also in a good position. And it depends on the ball handler, what he wants to do. That's his choice to make. And but regardless, I just accommodate myself to his decision. I'm talking about the ball handler, and I just try to make sure that we're in a good position to win. So yeah.
For you, you have a couple of face-up moves tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of what's good. That's like a next step development kind of thing for
Yeah.
you. One, I think, is a pull-up jumper. The next time, it was all the way to the rack. Just kind of, what are you trying to add and develop and kind of improve on?
I mean, those things I've been working on. The parts I'm trying to improve on are facing up, obviously. Attacking the basket, being able to stretch the floor that way. And on top of that, the main goal, which is to screen and roll to the basket, be great at that roll. But it's the first day. My rhythm wasn't quite there. I'll get it back very soon.
What's it been like playing with Mamu? It feels like, I mean, those are two of the better passes I've seen in a long time. The skip passes he has in the corners. Has he surprised you with the pass a couple times? Like, it feels like he has that great vision.
I mean, he's young, he's raw. He reminds me of myself a little bit. He's just playing off what he got. He's a good. He can read really well the game. You could see that in some post-ups he got double and he was able to throw the ball out to somebody. In a real game in the NBA, that will translate into a bucket. And so those are valuable things that we think players should do. And so it was his first game. It was big for him, double-double. But I think he's going to keep getting better.
The young guy on the fringe of the rotation trying to maybe find a spot. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's a big opportunity for him. I thought he took advantage of it tonight. It's a big summer for him. He just got to play in the Olympics. He got to play meaningful minutes in big games over there. I thought that was a great experience for him. Didn't get a summer league last year, so this is a big summer for him. We definitely want to be aggressive offensively. That's who he is. He has to be himself offensively. But he also, I think he had 6 assists. He had 8 rebounds. He's doing other things to impact winning at a high level, and I thought he did that tonight.
I was going to say, what do you think of him in the pick and roll? I know that's not something that he's really gotten a ton of reps to do, but a couple nice pocket passes in there.
Yeah, no, for sure. And a lot of that's dictated by how they're guarding us. They started to blitz him a little bit. He got going. So they were pretty aggressive with him, but he was a willing passer. We've been working with him on that. He's been working on that really hard. And I think he bought into it, and it paid off for him.
Mamadi obviously bringing that energy, just doing kind of what he does. What are you guys looking for him to kind of take the next step doing this summer?
Yeah, I would say, first of all, he's just a competitor. He's obviously a great athlete, but he's a competitive guy. That's one of our core traits. It's one of the most important things for us. So he fits that mold for us. And in terms of what we're looking for him, I would say, it starts with defense for him. His activity around the rim. He's trying to block some shots, rebounding, being a presence on the defensive end. And then offensively, you see him giving him the ball quite a bit. He's getting to dribble handoff, DHO to guys, facilitate offense, and then in the post a little bit too. So he's kind of like Jordan. It's a good development opportunity for him where he gets to do some things, grow his game a little bit, but also build some things that might translate a little bit more when he's playing with Giannis and Chris and Drew and those guys.
I think the 2 best passes of the night are probably Mamu into the corner skips. What have you? This is your obviously very early, and you kind of getting to know him. But just what do you think?
No, for sure. I think I've had him for a week now, not even. So still getting to know him, but super impressed with the human being, first of all. A great guy, another competitor, but a guy who's unselfish at the end of the day. Like, his ability to make those passes, his willingness to make those passes, and he's talented. He can really do it. He can get it there. A lot of guys are willing, but they're not able to get it there. He can do both, and I think he does that, and he scored a little bit too. So I think he had a double-double. So he rebounded. He did a little bit of everything.
Just going off of that, the way that he and Mamadi worked together and meshed together, it felt like that they've been playing together for a lot longer than they've actually been together. Can you speak to the way they mesh?
Yeah, they've got some similarities in that they're both good with the ball in their hands. They're both good at facilitating offense, dribble handoffs, kind of like what I talked about before. So they kind of play well off of each other. They can both do a little bit of everything. They've spent a lot of time together this last week, and so they're starting to build that relationship. It's one of the things I talked about with the team. We talked about as a group was trying to be the most together team in summer league, and it's hard to do. You only get a week. A lot of guys are, they're playing out here for a job, and it's a challenge, but it's a good challenge. I thought we accepted it. I thought we were pretty together for most of the games.
When you run out into the floor, you hear the NBA champion Milwaukee Bucks, and you talk about guys trying to get jobs. How much does that play a role of significance, knowing that when these guys are out on the floor, that they have an opportunity here with an organization that has a championship now?
Yeah, I think guys are, really trying to do things our way. We have a certain way of operating, and in a really short amount of time, they've bought into that. They're all working for contracts, but at the end of the day, everybody wants to be, part of a winning organization. These are winning players. These are good guys that we brought in, high character guys. And so I think they're trying to buy in, trying to do what we do.